Hello everybody, and welcome. I'm not shaking the camera. What you see before you here is an image that I drew the other day. A little bit different. I drew it with an ink pen, and then just kind of scribbled it in, I guess you could say, with an ink pen, and then I drew over a line with a purple crayon. And as you can see, I already started coloring it in. A little blending of colors here, so I kind of figured I would just try to finish it here online. I hope everything is in frame. Yeah, looks like it. I have the crayons here that I picked out for the colors I'm going to use. I am not that great. I got my own little images, my own little thoughts about, how I draw or whatever, and I do this just for relaxation and for stress relief, and my goal in life is to help other people to understand that art, simple things that you can put together, can create a space of peace in your life, or be a great stress reliever. And that's my hope one day, to help people, to relieve stress. I don't have any goals on becoming a famed artist, or I don't really even have any aspirations to sell any of my work, My only aspiration is that people will embrace the idea of using art just like you did when you were a child, just to, relax and take your mind off things. Because I think people are a little too stressed out. So, like I said, this is something that I created the other day. And I did have an inspiration for it. I got this from the library. This is kind of my inspiration for it. These were free at the library. And it's the upper room. It's the large worded one. I actually really enjoyed reading this, and when I looked at the cover, I was like, oh, that's just so beautiful. So beautiful. So I just started to make little shapes and stuff. And I'm not at all trying to copy this, but just showing you what my inspiration was. Got my tea here. A little extra lighting this time. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Yeah, like I said, I haven't thought a whole lot about these colors. As a matter of fact, one is missing. I had like a lighter pink, I thought. Yeah, sort of like a lighter pink. Yeah, I'm not for sure how I'm going to mix all this together. Not at all for sure. Not sure how it's going to come together at all. This might not have been a good match for that spot, but that's okay. Yeah. So basically, like I said, I just want to kind of relax and do this. Yeah. And pretty basically I do relax when I do this. And I don't really let myself think about much or anything like that. I enjoy my smiley faces. And I try to get in a quiet spot. Right now, I'm in my little teeny tiny art studio, if you could even call it that. This is actually my closet in my bedroom. And maybe a couple of years ago, yeah. I took the clothes out of here, and I put my clothes, which I don't have a lot of clothes, but I put them in the guest closet as you come into the house. Yeah, I don't get a lot of guests, but if I do, I still got enough room to put a jacket or something. Sorry, you can't see that. And yeah, and I got some under the bed storage, just some shirts and stuff like that. So I'm good. And because of that, I have this little space here in my closet that I can create in. And one day I'm just gonna pick up my little camera and give you a little visual of it. It's not much to it at all. My husband, he bought me this table. The first table I had in here was a bedside table that belonged to my grandmother before she died. Yeah, she got sick, and we used to feed her in bed, and we had purchased a bedside table. So I had that in the garage. So that's what I was using at first. And then my husband, not this past Christmas, but Christmas 2012, he bought me this little art table, which is very nice. It fits in here perfectly, and I really like it. So this is where I do most of the work that I do. Sometimes I sit at my dining room table, especially if I'm going to be coloring with my daughter, or drawing, or coloring. I have 4 daughters. My youngest daughter, she may enjoy it sometime, and sometimes she doesn't because she's getting a little older. She's 12. That's okay. Yeah. I may decide to add a couple of colors in here. I see I've kind of limited myself. But that's okay. I don't mind limiting myself when it comes to this. Limiting my colors. I don't need all the colors. I just need a few to kind of coordinate it with. If I knew how, well, I don't say that. I was going to say if I knew how I could speed this up for you all, but I don't know if I really want to. Everything is always so sped up. You know, sometimes I just shorten the time by having some of it done already. I still have to do one where I actually show you my process when I'm drawing. I'm just doing some coloring. And even though I color a lot of my own drawings, I do also like to color drawings that someone else drew. There's a company called Dover, and they make coloring books that are geared towards adults. And I have a couple of their coloring books, and they are fun to work in. I did a page in one recently, some butterflies, and then I have a mandala coloring book. Mandalas are the circles, and you have the designs in there. You can probably hear a lot of bumping around. That's my dog. Okay, and Sometimes I color fast and hard, and sometimes I slow down because sometimes my wrist will hurt. And usually I'll use my long crayons, but recently I've been using the short ones. And sometimes I'll just mix up something and I don't even know why. Just on a little mixer. Adding a little something, perhaps. I don't know. Well, if nothing else, this is a little colorful here. Getting into springtime and nice to color in something nice. My house is a little quiet. My daughters are at school. So I thought I'd take just this little time and do a little artwork here. I hope everyone is enjoying the spring, as we're finally getting some spring weather. Took a while, but that's okay. That is the way it is. Since I didn't use pencil this time, I didn't have to really worry about the smudging. Use the ink pen. But like I said before, I don't really mind the smudging that much. And I do love my mechanical pencils. If you start to draw like this, you can look at how someone might mistake this for a kindergarten student drew this. I don't know. But, like I say, you don't have to be intimidated by anything. Just sit down and draw a picture on, some paper. And some regular printing paper if you have it sitting around. Or stop at a store and get a little journal like this. I like working in these, and sometimes I can work on loose paper too, and then I'll put it in a sheet protector and put it in a notebook. And from my early drawings, when I first started drawing, which like I said, hasn't been that long ago, maybe a good 3 years ago, I had like a portfolio of my artwork. Some of my artwork I've done on cards, on postcards, and that's been interesting. I like doing that too. So it's nothing to do. Just pick up a pen or a pencil that's laying around your house, or grab your kids' crayons until you figure out what you like to use. Purposely, I keep the materials that I work with inexpensive, because I mean, I do it for the simplicity of it. When I first started doing this, I did buy some Primsacolor, Primsacolor pencils, which I still have. But I found that I like the idea of simplicity, almost childlike simplicity when I do this. So my materials are also simple. I don't use the traditional crayons, however, because they break and you gotta keep rolling the paper back, and that kind of can break the creative process for me. Not that I'm doing anything that would be hard to just start right back doing, but I just don't like to keep stopping and going. So I just like to get it started and keep it going. Yep, that's what I do. That's what I like to see more adults do. Some years ago, I did an art class in my home for children, and I enjoyed it. I really did. I was off work for a while because my own child was very small, and I had wanted to do it. I just wanted to have something for the kids. It was basically the kids in my church, and some kids from the area I live in too. My daughter's, a couple of her friends from school, and I had the area I live in. They kind of giving me a hard time about running it as a business. I had to get all of this because it was with kids. You know, you had to go through Department of Children Family Services and get some kind of license and this and that. And I kind of wanted to get started, and didn't really want to go through all of that. And there was a lot of paperwork and rigmarole, and that really wasn't my goal of the whole thing. So I just decided to do it for free. I figured nobody could say anything to me. If I worked in my own home, me and the kids, and I didn't charge them anything, so I didn't charge anybody anything. You know, and I had snacks and stuff for the kids, and the parents would, you know, bring snacks, you know, that I could pass out to everybody, which was very nice. I didn't mind just doing it on my own too. So it was quite an experience. And I like working with kids, but my thoughts now are geared towards adults. Adults kind of getting back to some simplicities that would help them to de-stress their life a little bit. Come home from a hard day's work and sit down. You can get a quiet moment. Pull out some crayons or some colored pencils. Nothing fancy. A pen, a pencil. And just put something together. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Just come home and relax. Just let yourself unwind and not think about anything. Not even put too much thought into what you're putting on that paper. Just kind of flowing, you know. Just flowing. A little bit of flow. Letting your day wind down. Make you a cup of tea. You know, however you relax. Quiet space. Take care of you a little bit. Just take care of you a little bit. Sounds awesome to me. Sounds very good. Now what I think I like to do is add a little touch of color to my faces. Just a wee touch of color. Just put a little tiny little blurriness in there. Just like a shadow around the face. A little bit. Oops. Once in a while that happens. Press too hard. Okay, now all I need is background color. And for that, I may go with something a bit fluorescent. Don't even know why, but I think I will. Sometimes I'll have a sheet of paper. Just test out. That's too much. Test out the color I might want to use. Yeah, that one's definitely a candidate. Like that. Yeah, this one and this one definitely a candidate. Definitely. Let's see. Let's one more try. This one's got some black staining on it, probably from something I colored earlier, and the black didn't come off of there. So, I'm going to kind of play with it a little bit and get that off. You can see it, you know, as it's streaking in there. I don't know if this new light I put in here is too much glare or not. Ooh, no, not at all, not at all. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the green, I think. So, that being said, I'm just gonna color on my background in greenish. I may add that little peachy color too, I don't know. Sometimes I'll mix them up. And those little spots are still kind of coming off of this crayon. That's okay though. They just blend in with the artwork. Give it a little speckle. It's all good. It's all good. I'm not shaking anything, the camera too much. Yeah, it would be a great thing for me to, be able to get some adults together and just do something like this. Draw a little picture and color it in. And enjoy it. Have your little book like with these, full of these, or postcards or something. Or if you really don't want to draw something on your own, just those coloring books I was telling you about. It's geared for adults, and color that in. That's fun. It's a lot of fun too. There's a group that does that. I always look at their work. I have to submit some of my work. It's called Coloring with Dover. It's a Facebook group. And they have lots of beautiful pictures that they've colored from the Dover coloring books. Check them out if you get some time. They sell them on Amazon. There's so many to choose from, abstract stuff. They even got some that are called like, it's like stained glass, like stained glass window. And they are, it's trimmed in a heavy black. And you color the inside in. I've never had those, but they look pretty too. Well, closing this one out. And the next one I do, I'm going to actually draw the picture with you guys. And start coloring it in. If I don't finish coloring it, then I will come back to it. Or I'll finish it and then I'll show it to you. And it's okay, I still have some white spaces showing in there. I don't know, I kind of think that gives the work some flow or direction or something like that. I might, do little tweaks to that. Get the idea of what's going on here. And, well, that's pretty much it, folks. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe a better look at it. Let's move the camera. I think pretty much see it pretty good there. Now I'll move the camera a little bit. There it is. In all its glorious color there. Well, that's it, folks. I'd like to thank you a lot. Well, let me show you this lovely little candle set thing. It's not real candles, but this is something my mother gave me for Christmas. I like that. It's beautiful. And these light up. See? Oops. They light up. Turn the light out a little bit. See that? And they all have one of those in there. Pretty good. Pretty. That's my little table. Bible promise book on there. And a card my dad gave me. I like this card. I'm going to show you the inside of that card next time. But thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Hope I didn't take up too much of your time. But thank you so much for watching. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.